Anyways, here we go. Ladies and boys, the actual show has begun. Finally. Alright, all cast and crew take daily temperature and health checks. Production venues are properly and routinely sanitized, except when on camera. Face coverings are worn by all staff. Social distance is respected, etc., etc. Okay, game footage from the show may include work in progress and early stage builds, which may change before final release. Here we go. This is a pretty cute animation. So I think this might be an advertisement for Minecraft Dungeons, which is a game I want to play on stream with you all.
Hello and welcome to Minecraft Live 2021. I'm your host and chief storyteller of Mojang Studios, Lydia Winters.
Hello.
We have an exciting show for you today, filled with all things Minecraft. You'll vote a new mob into the game, hear what's happening in Minecraft Dungeons, learn how to design and play with your own Minecraft mob, find out the next Minecraft update, and much, much more. Seriously though, we have a packed show for you. The best part is that you get to hear everything directly from the cool humans making it, and they will give you the inside knowledge that no one outside of Mojang Studios knows, our best kept secrets, until we tell you all of them today. So let's do it.
Alright. They've put together quite a nice set. I liked how the animation that they did
our social team
literally built this
throughout
set.
The show and want to know what you think about everything we announce. Hang out with us here and also there. Last year, we announced quite an anticipated update, the Caves and the Cliffs update. We've seen all the incredible things you've done with Caves and Cliffs Part 1 and can't wait to see what you do with Part 2. Agnes and Henrik are here to give us a peek into the surprising development process for Caves and Cliffs Part 2. Hi Agnes, hi Henrik.
Hello.
Agnes, how are you feeling?
I'm super happy to be here. I'm excited, very excited.
So excited. And Henrik, it's your first time on the Minecraft Live stage.
It is. It's not your first time though, right?
It is not my first time. You two are going to tell us about Caves and Cliffs Part 2, and the thing that I think is the most amazing is how involved and how essential the community was to making it.
Yes, yeah, this update changes basically everything about the world generation in the game. So we've added like massive mountains, massive caves, and it's been really hard to kind of balance that because we want to add all this new cool stuff, but when people are playing the game, we also want them to be able to encounter like the old familiar stuff. So this balancing act is really hard. So as designers and developers, when we test the stuff we built, how do we know if it's any good, right? How do we know if it's better? So we've needed a lot of help, and we've definitely gotten it. So we've been shipping snapshots, betas every week, and the people have been playtesting and giving us feedback, and it's just been wonderful. It feels kind of like they're colleagues helping us to build this great game.
That's amazing, and you have an amazing example of someone who took a lot of time giving.
Yes,
notes.
yeah. For example, a player tweeted at me this wonderful big picture showing like across different snapshots in the same location what changed across different snapshots and offered some opinions on that and some feedback. And this kind of stuff takes a lot of time to do. It's research that the users are doing for us, and we get a lot of this stuff, and it just saves time.
Very beautiful.
And that's time that we can use, of course, to make the game better.
That's so amazing.
Yeah, it truly is. And I mean, this is like the biggest update we ever done, and we couldn't have done it without the community.
Oh, that's incredible. And I know you were kind of nervous when you decided to split the update and tell everyone about that.
Yes, I mean it's a very big decision,
and I'd say it was a very good decision.
When it was time to announce
for them to split the update.
It was quite scary, but we thought the best thing is just to be transparent, because as we know, Minecraft is crafted together with the community, and then it's good if we just are as honest as we possibly can. And then when we did announce it, everyone was just so caring and understanding, and it shows we have the most beautiful community. So yeah, thank you.
We absolutely do.
And it was so nice as a team to be able to not rush it since this change is so big, to be able to do it properly and
Yes.
take the time and really
Quality
do it well. So
over quantity.
we're super thankful that we got such so strong support for it.
That's awesome. And I mean, sometimes during the development process, like things change and you decide you want things to be bigger and better, which kind of moves them to a different timeline. And I know we have one of those today.
Yeah, we do. So we have been working quite a lot on like the deep
It's
dark.
a little
and
quiet.
the warden
Okay,
and
I'll turn
stuff,
it up a
so-
little
and
bit.
We're so excited about this, and we know
There, is
everyone
that good?
is. And so it got a bit bigger because we really want to do this right and do it with super high quality. But that's also the reason to that we moved it to the next update instead.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about the next
Very
update
good,
at the end
very
of the
good.
show,
Yes,
right?
so we're gonna show both some new things from the Deep Dark and some other new things. So that's exciting.
So we'll
Ooh.
move the Deep Dark feature set into the next update, which will be after Caves and Cliffs Part 2. And we're going to look at that later in the show. You're going to get to see
Ah.
some really cool stuff from Brandon. Now, Henrik and Agnes, you two are
It's a
working
little
with
disappointing,
an
but
awesome team of developers.
Okay.
And this was like quite a technical challenge. So we have an inside look at sort of a lot that went into Caves and Cliffs Part 2.
Yep, let's watch it.
here we
The
go.
best part of my job, I think it's just creating a game. I want to make people happy. In the new update, I've been primarily focusing on creating the mountains and also putting everything together in the new generation of the world. So that's the caves and the mountains and everything in between. When I started this project about a year ago, I knew almost nothing about world generation, and I learned so much. And it's really been a team effort, Java and Bedrock together.
In this update, my role is to bring to life the cave part, and together with our colleague who work on the mountains, we present to you the cliffs and the caves update.
I want that plush.
One of the inspirations for the caves is the Song Dons cave systems in Vietnam, because that was one of the largest cave systems in the world. And I feel so proud of it because I came from Vietnam and we get to use these cave systems in my country and put it into the game. So I felt so proud whenever we think about the caves.
Yes, the new
My
caves
job
are
is to
impressive.
find what works slow in Minecraft and try to optimize it. The new update changes how the world looks a lot, and it also affects performance quite a lot. The best part about my job is just finding something which can give a big benefit and then just seeing how FPS improves or how frame time graph looks much better after the change.
I would say the coolest part about my job is all of the wonderful colleagues that I get to work with. They really
I want
inspire
that
me,
plushie.
teach me, and
That'd
motivate
be
me
plushie.
to be a better versions of myself every day.
We put in a lot of time and effort into this update, and I hope that it will inspire and excite our community.
It feels like it's a whole new game.
What a great team you have!
The best team. And now, we have been working on Caves and Cliffs Part 2. It's been so beautiful to see how everyone collaborated, like all the different roles, like Bedrock developers, Java developers, designers, artists, sound, and so on. So yeah, it's been so
Yeah,
good.
it feels like when you get a diverse group of people together in a room like that, even if it's a digital room, I guess, then and all focused on one thing like this, it feels like there's no problem you can't solve. Plus, it's fun.
That's amazing. And then you add our community. They're doing bug tracking. They're just everywhere giving us notes and feedback and telling us what's working. So you add that to an amazing team, and it's really
Yes.
incredible.
We really want actually to highlight everyone that helps us with the public bug tracker we have. So many players report bugs, and then we also have the moderators and helpers, and they help us so much with like categorizing, finding duplicates, asking for additional information, and it's extraordinarily helpful.
We have a really amazing community. Now, you two have been, and actually the whole team has been just
Yes.
kind of sharing images and seeds as you're finding things, and you put together some really awesome worlds for us to look at.
We did.
All right. Yes. See, just look at how expansive these new caves are. A lush cave. Massive and massive mountains. Ooh, that's a nice looking mesa. Look at that. Now imagine building here. Like making a big boat there. That would be cool as hell. See, this is why I'm holding off
Wow.
properly
They're
playing
beautiful.
Minecraft as a series on my
What's
channel.
interesting about this is when you
until
look at
after
that
that
video,
update is
like
out.
initially the plan was just big mountains and or natural-looking cool mountains and caves, but as we started working on it, the scope kind of grew because we realized that we need to change all the terrain to make this all fit together. But once we started seeing that work, and it was so fun to see how the team started realizing that we're really onto something. This is going to be great. And seeing that inspiration spread and then also spread out to our community through the snapshots has been really fun.
Yeah, and we have been playtesting a lot, and we couldn't stop playtesting because
We get distracted
we
all the
just
time.
found so many cool places, and I felt so inspiring, and that's what we want to do with Minecraft. We want to inspire everyone to play Minecraft in their own way, and like we really feel that this new world generation inspires you, like going on adventure, building, telling stories. So it's very exciting.
That's amazing. And I mean, so you make all these changes, but then obviously we have so many players who've been playing for so long. I mean, the two of you have worlds that are like 10 years old. And I just love the approach you took to keeping everything really safe for players who have existing worlds.
Yes, it's very important for us to be respectful to players' worlds, and like Minecraft should be a game you can trust, because if you know that it works and it will work for many, many years, then you can spend like all this love and time on your Minecraft world. So in Caves and Cliffs Part 2, we have actually done two things mainly to make sure that everything works well. And the first thing is blending. So as you can see in the picture here, to the left, we don't have blending. So then when you update your old world to the new world generation, it would just be like an ugly edge. But now with blending, it's actually all smooth and pretty.
That's beautiful. That makes a huge difference.
Yes.
And Henrik, I
I might
know the other part you want to show
use
us
that.
with your
I
own
might
world.
use some world edit
so
on.
what happens
if I want to
if you
keep
open
my
your
current
old world with a new
I
version of
might just
Minecraft and
prune the chunks that I
took a
don't
look at what
need.
happens in my old world, which I've had for
and
like
hope
10
the
years
blending
playing
works.
with friends and family. And let's take a look. So there it is, all the old stuff we built 10 years ago. But that's what happens when you open the world in 1.18. So it basically generates new caves beneath the old areas. And the idea is to create the illusion that was there the whole time. We just, we just didn't go there until now. And wow, look what I found.
Yeah.
Don't look, Henrik. There's so many spoilers there under
Yeah,
your world.
no,
So many cool things.
I was squinting, okay?
Okay, good.
That's like the first thing I'm gonna do when I update is just like digging straight down. Well, not straight down actually, but I'm gonna see what's under my base.
That's so cool. I just love that it adds so much to the existing worlds that our players have. And so you're keeping them safe and adding a lot to it.
And that's also an important thing. We don't want to force players to have to pick between just the new or just the old. So we want them to be able to experience both things in the same world.
That's amazing. Throughout the show, we're going to have creator questions, and you two get to have the first one.
All right.
Will Java and Bedrock get part 2 at the same time?
Yes, the plan is to release this on Java and Bedrock at the same time, and also to ship it with what we call seed parity. And that's, what does that mean? So seed is this name for the magic number that is used to determine how your whole world looks like.
Yep,
so every world
yep,
is
that's
unique,
how it
and that's
works.
driven by this seed. And when you create a new world, it gets a randomly generated seed. But if you dig that seed up, if you really like
You'd
what you
rather
see,
me
you're
start a
like,
whole
wow,
new
this world
world
is
than-
wonderful. I want to share it with my friends.
I don't mind
You
doing
can dig
that.
up that number
I mean,
and
that was
share it
kind of
with
the plan
others.
anyways.
And then if they
I was just
open
building
a new
today
world with that
just
seed,
to,
they'll see the same thing. But what's new for this
provide
update
something
is
more
that also
entertaining
works
than the
between Bedrock and Java.
pre-show that
That's amazing.
So if you create a world in Java and you think
they
it's beautiful,
created,
you want to
which
share it
was
with others,
full of bunch of
anyone
grovel.
who opens the world with that seed, regardless of which edition they're playing, will see essentially almost exactly the same thing.
Yeah, it's almost identical, and it's a thing in the community. You find a super cool location and you share it. Like, look at this world I found. And before you couldn't do that with players on the other edition, but now everyone can just share cool places together, and I think that's really nice.
It's really amazing. I mean, when you find these amazing, epic things in Caves and Cliffs Part 2, you obviously want to be able to share them. So seed parity is huge. I think everyone's going to be so excited about
So we're
that.
not 100% there yet, but close. It's
Getting
very
close.
similar, Details will be different. But
Seed almost parody.
Seed almost parody. That's it.
That's what we're going to call it.
So I know everyone is anxiously, including myself, waiting for this update. When do we get it?
So it's actually almost done. So we're going to release it in a month or two.
That is amazing. Thank you so much, Agnes and
That's
Henrik.
actually a little bit faster
you.
than I was expecting.
Caves and Cliffs Part 2 will be coming to a screen near you in 1 to 2 months. And speaking of screens, soon there will be another place to play Minecraft. On November 2nd, Minecraft comes to Xbox Game Pass for PC.
Minecraft. It's a game all about togetherness and teamwork. Let's take a look at some of Minecraft's most terrific teams. Zombies and the Drowned. Maybe not the best example. Let's try another. Cobblestone and Mossy Cobblestone. A relationship that's truly
They need to
rock
add more mossy blocks, in my
dear.
opinion.
How about Steve and Creeper? Okay, maybe not Steve and Creeper. Not them. Not them either. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. You realize this is going out live, right? If we don't find a great example of Minecraft togetherness soon... What's that, Goat? You've got the best example of togetherness yet. Okay, this better be good. Minecraft Bedrock Edition and Minecraft Java Edition. Finally, coming together for... No, that's not right. Absolutely not. That's the ticket. Minecraft Bedrock Edition and Minecraft Java Edition are coming to Xbox Game Pass for PC. We debated which edition to add to the service and decided why not add both. That means Game Pass for PC will be
Well,
the
that's-
only way to get Bedrock and
that's
Java
a good
in
deal,
one place.
I'd say.
Convenient. Perhaps a little too convenient. In any case, starting in November, you can play the original Blockbuster, its cross-play supporting cousin, and a cartload of other games with Game Pass for PC. Excellent point, Goat. Game Pass does have PC games. And personally, I can't wait to play those PC games with my two best friends.
They need more mossy
The
stuff.
sweet smell of togetherness.
Mossy cobble, mossy deep slate, mossy stone, whole loads of different mossy variants they need to add to the game.
Hello, Minecrafters of the world. I'm VooBooey, and I'm back yet again to help guide you through this year's incredibly important and potentially life-altering vote. Remember the Phantom? For an amazing mob that will be added to Minecraft. For those of you who haven't been a part of Minecraft Live before, here's how it works. Our developers came up with 3 different mobs that they think could potentially be
Yep,
a
and
great
I know what
addition
I'm
to
voting for.
Minecraft for a variety of reasons. But you, the community of Minecraft players around the world, get to decide which one gets further developed and brought into the game in a future update, and which ones will live on only in our hearts as what could have been. Like you, little baby. I'll never forget you.
I think the mushroom is right up.
Moving on.
The
The
Moobloom
actual
is
winner
probably
of
still coming
last
to the
year's
game.
intense mob vote
I
was
think.
none other than the glow squid. If you haven't run into these majestic creatures swimming around under the stars on a clear night, you are really missing out. But that was last
I
year,
voted
and
for the
this
glow
is
squid.
now. So here's what you need to do. We have 3 mobs for you to choose from, and there will be 2 rounds of voting. The first round, of course, will include all 3 mobs, but one will get voted out. In the second round, there will only be the 2 remaining mobs, then just one winner in the end. As in previous years, the vote will happen on Twitter. So if you don't already have an account, you'll need to quickly make one. And if you do have an account, make sure you're logged in. Then when I tell you it's time to vote, go to the Minecraft Twitter account and check out the live voting poll with all 3 mob options. Pick the one you want to see added to Minecraft and click to cast your vote. That's it. It's like super easy. Well, the clicking part is easy. The choosing part, considerably more difficult. Now that you know what to do, let's go over your options. And who better to talk about our 3 potential new mobs than someone who is tiny in size, but never in heart, the one, the only, Tiny Jens. Hey, Tiny Jens. So, can you help by telling our... Oh.
What? I can't hear you. Hold on.
Oh.
I'll come up to the surface.
Okay. We'll just wait.
Oh, hey. Oi, oi, oi.
Watch it there. Can you hear me now?
What? I still can't hear you. Hold on. So impatient.
This is a new bit for Minecon or Minecraft Live,
Tiny Jens,
as they call it
made
now.
it. Can you tell our viewers all about this year's mobs?
I'm actually very busy. I lost Tiny Agnes again. I had retraced my steps, and now I have to go all the way back down there.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
But don't worry, don't worry. I know someone who can fill in for me.
Great. Thanks. Oh, okay. Bye, Tiny Jens. Jens, you're here.
Hi, Boo.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I guess Tiny Jens sent you while he looks for Tiny Agnes once again.
Exactly. It's a tough job.
It really is.
Yes.
Well, since you're here, can you please tell everyone all about this year's mobs?
Absolutely. So, as you already mentioned, the team came up with 3 lovely creatures that we believe that players will enjoy interacting with, and they are the Glare, the Lay, and the Copper Golem.
Those all sound really cool.
Absolutely. And to begin with, we have the Glare, which is it's a creature that flies around and doesn't really like dark areas because it knows that in dark areas there might be monsters spawning.
Yes.
So naturally it goes to those areas and gets really grumpy about it, and that is to bring that player's attention so that the problem can be fixed.
Okay.
Personally, I think the Glare could end up being quite the annoying.
Thinking about ideas that in certain circumstances, the Glare may even help you light up these areas to solve your monster spawning problems.
The Glare sounds amazing. I'm ready to vote Glare now.
Yes, but then we have the LA, which is also a flying, lovely creature that loves music and
who doesn't?
Nice sounds. And if you give it an item, it will start looking for similar items lying around and bring them to you.
Okay.
And if you also play on a note block, it will drop the items on that location instead.
That's useful.
Yes, and we imagine that players can maybe use this to make the LA help you with, I don't know, sorting items or clearing up areas.
Yeah.
I think there are many
There's
possibilities.
already item sorters in the game.
Vote
for
LA.
pretty much everything.
Yes, but then we have the Copper Golem. And
I don't think the
name
ally
implies,
is very useful.
It's a
It's a
golem
niche.
made out of copper, so it's an excellent use for copper. And it will also interact with you, and
Probably not
since
that
it's made
useful.
out of copper, it will over time oxidize and maybe turn into a statue. But don't worry, you can de-oxidize it using an axe, or it actually carries around a lightning rod on its head, so a lightning strike can also de-oxidize it.
Wow.
In addition, it loves pressing buttons a little bit randomly, specifically copper buttons.
But it randomly presses.
Yes, so that can also be used in some interesting contraptions, we believe.
That's amazing.
See,
so
now I think the
Golem,
Copper
LA,
Golem is the most
Glare,
useful
all
of these
sound
new
good.
mobs.
How do people choose? I think it's going to be quite difficult. But
So,
you've given them a lot to think about.
You
So
better be
I
voting
think
Copper
people will
Golem.
figure out what they like the most.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Jens, for coming by. I have now a creator question for you.
Hola, soy el 997 de México y tengo unas preguntas para ustedes. Primera pregunta, ¿cómo deciden qué mob poner a votación cada año? Segunda pregunta, ¿cómo se le ocurre al equipo cada nuevo mob? Última pregunta, ¿se basan en los comentarios de la comunidad de fans o es inspiración del equipo?
Okay, those 3 questions I think everyone who wants to know the answer of.
Yeah, well, ideas.
I mean,
and
you pretty much
inspiration can
answered
come from many
those 3
places.
questions
Sometimes it
every
just
year.
Spontaneously appears when you're walking around in the park, or often you play other games, watching movies, or playing Minecraft. And the community is also a great help. They have so many ideas and they do so many fun things. So we have a lot of ideas to work with, and we need to figure out which ones do we do we want to do next? And a good way of doing that is actually playing in the game and see which areas that can be improved. I lost my train of thought.
There's so many different ways that these ideas come, and that's really exciting to hear.
Yeah.
So when the community votes on a mob today, that mob is going to move forward towards being in Minecraft. Like, how finished already is that mob, or is there a lot of work to do?
Well, of course we have the big concept that we wanted to do, but once we have the mob in the game and see how it interacts with the areas and other mobs and items, that's when you kind of find the last magic little details to make it really great.
I like hearing about the last magic details.
Yes.
Well, thanks, Jens. You've given everyone a lot to think about. All right. Now you
That
know what your
clicking
options
noise
are.
coming from
and
the
if you already knew, you know a
Minecraft
little more
stream?
about them. Soon, I'll let you know when the first voting round goes live. For now, let's take a look at something pretty fantastic coming to Minecraft that you don't even have to vote on. Earlier this week, Lydia spoke with Fanny and Quinn from our awesome creator team over in Redmond to get a first look at some interesting things they've been working on.
Each year, we show you some of the cool new things made by our creators for Minecraft Marketplace. This year, we're going to do that and show you how to start creating Minecraft things yourself. I finally made my first mob. It's very weird. Fanny and Quinn are here to tell us all about how we can all become creators. Hi, Fanny and Quinn.
Hello, Lydia.
Hey, Lydia.
It's so great to be here. Like, just so exciting to talk about our creators, and what a better place to do it than surrounded by the art that they have created.
I know. I walked onto the set and I was like, oh my God, those are Jollycraft skins. Those are Cupcake Brianna. That's Ka Studios. It was so cool just seeing all of their skins and worlds and concepts all on the wall.
They are really amazing. I mean, the creativity from our creators, those names, that makes sense now. It's just mind-blowing. Before we get too far in, though, we should probably explain to everyone what is a creator.
Yeah, of course. So a creator is really anybody who makes anything in Minecraft. You know, whether you're doing skins, textures, worlds, terraforming, UI, and even for me, like people that are making mods and add-ons and, you know, that kind of more developer type, those are creators too.
Definitely. For me, the way that I always like to think about it is that a creator is anyone that makes something in Minecraft and then shares it with someone else. And that can be like little Mac sharing it with their friends at school, or that could be a team of creators that sell something in the marketplace. And then everything in between, right? And our mission really is to empower all of them to make whatever their imagination is telling them to do. We want to really give you all the means, documentation, tools to be able to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, it's just such a cool thing to be able to work on that everybody can be a creator.
That is so cool. And Fanny, you mentioned tools. I think it's so interesting. Your team is actually building things that creators use to build things on top of. Like, what is your favorite tool that you've made?
Oh God, that is such a hard question. We have so many, but I'm going to be a little bit selfish for a second and just pick one that I worked on recently. Like, as a manager, I rarely get the chance to actually write code, which I love doing. And this time we had a game jam. I actually picked a creator community request, which is like implement a damage command that will help you like do cool effects with other mobs. And I just worked with a designer and we created this together. And I'm so excited to know that the team is actually now taking my code and is going to ship it for real. Very excited about that.
Yeah, that was just so cool that you're able to do something just in a game jam, and then it turns into something real that our creators can use. For me, my favorite is the structure animation. Last year, we shipped a map called Suburbia by Jiggerbob that is basically this world that you can, you know, manage your city, create plots for commercial, residential, balance your economy. And every single time you place one of those plots, it animates layer by layer by layer, adding just this immersiveness and polish to the map that just makes it, I don't know, above and beyond.
That's so cool. I mean, so many of our creators are using the innovative tools that you've made to just like expand what they're working on. And we have some awesome examples of that.
bunch of stuff that I wouldn't really personally use. I'm not into these custom map stuff. If it's not in vanilla, I'm not particularly interested in it.
I love how many examples there were of creators just using those tools in all different ways. What's that like for you to see, Fanny, when your team, you've all been working on making those things for our creators?
It's definitely one of my favorite parts of like working with creators. You just give them one tool or two and they will make these crazy, amazing things. Like many times I see their creation, I'm like, how did they even do that? Like I know they're using our tools, but I don't know how they did that. It's so crazy.
It's mind-blowing sometimes just what they're able to do with just the small little things that we give them.
That's really, really cool. And we have a creator question for the two of you.
Hey everyone, I'm EY Stream, a Minecraft YouTuber, and I've got a question
Yet another
for you.
person I don't
Are
recognize.
these awesome features just for people who have experience in modding or creating content? And if we wanted to, how do people learn more about these features?
It's such a great question because the answer is no. They aren't just for, advanced modders or people that have been in the community for a long time. We actually just launched a new website we call Learning Portal. It's on minecraft.net/creator. And on that site, it basically links out to all of our resources to learn how to become a creator, learn how Minecraft content creation works. It also links out to our brand new documentation site that allows you to just go super deep into learning the components and learning entities. And then the coolest thing that we added, which is how we made our mobs, is we use the Minecraft entity wizard, which is created by Yanis, and it's a Blockbench plugin that allows like super easy creation of mobs that you can add to your own Minecraft game.
Hello everyone, my name is Yanis. I'm a software developer and Minecraft content creator. In 2017, I started to create my own 3D modeling program called Blockbench. The program is all about creating boxy, pixely models, which makes it perfect for the Minecraft art style. Today, Blockbench supports many Minecraft formats, ranging from Bedrock Edition add-ons to Java Edition resource packs and mods. The program is used by Minecraft creators all around the world to create models, animations, and player skins. Almost all 3D models you see on the Minecraft marketplace were made in Blockbench. And it was even used to design some of the new vanilla mobs, such as the goat and the axolotl. This summer I've collaborated with Mojang to create a new plugin for Blockbench. The plugin makes it super easy to get started with add-on creation, by generating everything you need for a custom entity in just a few clicks. I'm going to demonstrate the process by making a simple grizzly bear. To install the plugin, I'm heading to File, Plugins, Available, search for the Minecraft Entity Wizard, and press install. That brings up this handy shortcut on the start screen. Let's go! I'm going to pick a preset that looks similar to the grizzly, like this polar bear, and I'll use the same for the behavior. Okay, now the add-on is created on your computer. Now let's start customizing our model using Blockbench. For this example, because we already have a bear model, I'm just going to recolor the model. Of course, you could also change the whole model to turn it into something entirely different.
That being
like
said, I do
that
think grizzly bears should be in the game. Vanilla.
Okay, this looks good. Now I'm going to press save and switch over to Minecraft. I can find our new grizzly bear pack in the behavior pack section and simply enable it. This will automatically enable the resource pack as well. Now let's check out the entity in-game. I just need to grab a spawn egg from the inventory and use it. And here's our grizzly bear. Have fun creating! It's free and works on all platforms.
Grizzly bear should be a vanilla mob, in my opinion.
I already told you all that I made a mob, but actually all three of us made mobs because we wanted to showcase that anyone can be a creator. So Fanny, tell us about your adorable mob that you made.
Thank you. Yes, I was so excited to know that Blockbench was a thing because I immediately thought I need to add my dogs to Minecraft. I really, really love them. And I was just so excited. Like Blockbench made it very easy for me to just obsess over every single detail. Like every pixel was like, does that look like my dog? And then I also modified the geometry, especially the tails, to look like the exact twist that my dogs have. I really obsessed a lot. And I was very happy, especially when I was able to add my own animation. I'm definitely not an art person, and like just made it so that it like wiggles their tail when they're sitting.
Personally, I
was
think
so
the
happy to be able to do that.
different
so
dog
good. I thought it
breeds
was super
like
cute that you were
those
able to get both of
huskies
them in there.
should be in the
So
vanilla
me being
game
kind
too.
of, born in the
Just
Pacific
like there's many
Northwest,
different kinds of
outdoorsy,
cats,
I mean,
there
I'm wearing
should be many
flannel
different kinds
on
of
the stage.
dogs.
I wanted to kind of pull something from that nature, so I made Evelyn Evergreen. She's this kind of cute little
Maybe make
evergreen
it so
tree
that
you maybe see, walking around the
different
deep
mobs,
forest.
different
kind
dog
of
types
fantasy-driven.
spawn in
Then
different
I animated the
biomes.
arms and the legs, just these little stick legs that kind of walk around, just to add something, kind of cute and cool to the forests.
Her eyes are really staring right into my soul. I love it. I would love to just happen upon Evelyn in the forest. So I went a totally different direction from the two of you. I know, Quinn, you built your mob from scratch. Fanny, you built yours on top of a wolf. I built mine on top of something. I did not animate. I just wanted to do the beginner's course of Blockbench. And so I made something very near and dear to my Florida heart with a twist, which is what I'm
Gator.
calling an
It's a gator.
axolotl, an axolotl, and an alligator.
Yep, it's a gator.
It's kind of like a little dragon.
It does look like a little dragon. It's a pretty good mashup there. I think it's great.
Yeah, I thought an alligator and axolotl would be super innovative when added together, but it does just look like a dragon. But I'm okay with that because I am a creator now based on your definition, because I made that and I showed it to all of you, which seeing something that you make
That'd be another
in a
interesting
game
mob
that you've
in the
played,
game.
for me for
But
11 years.
Alligators are kind
it
of
was amazing.
against
It is so rewarding, really, to be able to
general
just do that.
rules of
So
which
we
mobs they
encourage you
consider.
all to try it. Like if someone that
They answered this
paint is
last
the
year
only
in
skill that I
Minecon
have, like I
or
know
Minecraft
everyone
Live.
can do it. So
They
please
don't
go
want
install
real life
Blockbench and
mobs
try it out. Like we would be
or
so,
mobs that
so
are based off
incredibly
real life
proud to
creatures
just see everything
that
that you
are
have built. We
hostile
would
to
love
the
to see
player.
it.
Yeah, it's available on all the platforms, and just post them on Twitter,
so
post
that
them on wherever you do, and
means
we'll
things
probably
like
run across some of those, and
sharks,
we love seeing them.
alligators,
Oh, I can't wait to see
etc.
what everyone else creates. And
Not
I mean,
unless
I
you
think
were
that
to make them
our mobs
at
are
least
definitely ready for the
neutral
mob vote next
for the
year.
most
So
part
we don't even have to
to
work
the
on
player,
anything else.
like,
These three are
like the
perfect. I'm
panda.
gonna have to talk to the team about that. So we're not professional creators, obviously, by our mobs, even though they're lovely. But Quinn, you get to work with people who this is their full-time job, making Minecraft content for Marketplace. What is that like?
It's something that I'm just immensely proud of. Like being able to see so many people engage in the marketplace and allow creators to become full-time Minecraft content creators as their careers. I mean, I think it's incredible too, because the marketplace doesn't just support these huge studios, but we also have really small independent creators that make just texture packs, or like Shalaquin Schematics, that's just a family on the West Coast that makes their own worlds. And the fact that the marketplace can support all of them and make it their full-time jobs is something that is just so cool.
There's so much new content that our creators have made that we put together a video with some of our favorites from this past year.
Okay. That seems too modern. That's cool, kind of. Yeah. Get rid of Veranda. That's a little too modern for my opinion.
It almost feels like a dream that I'm making a living making content for the marketplace. It is the best job that I could possibly ask for.
Those destruction physics are actually kind of pretty nice.
We
just got to see some amazing reactions from the fans, and people love the map, and that's just so heartwarming and lovely to see, and it really does put a smile on our faces.
The thing I like most about creating inside of Minecraft is the community that's been built up around it. There's so
the one
many
thing from
amazing creative people,
these
and it's been a privilege to be able to meet
modifications
and work
that
with
you can
so
do
many.
to your game. One thing that I do really like is your ability to make greater customizations to your character. I think that's something that should be a little bit more vanilla-ish. Be more accessible to the regular everyday skins.
The ender podium in the middle. Oh no! Spoilers!
Such as if there was some sort of interface for you to
We're kicking things
customize
off
your
with the announcement of
Minecraft avatar
We're gonna tell you.
and build
right
it
now.
as if in a similar fashion to how you build things in game,
village and pillage,
block by block.
Seriously, like I'm
And
so
maybe
excited.
Bees.
maybe some
Bees,
premium
let's look at
features
some
like
bees.
glow effects or
We finally
transparency,
have a nether update.
or being able to buy
Holiday update
pre-made
will have
skins
the
that
cats,
are
pandas,
really
bamboo,
elaborate.
and scaffolding.
Caves and cliffs update.
Like otherwise make
David
this
Nissan.
something more accessible to all Minecraft platforms.
I am the one
Excuse
that
me.
gets to decide how difficult the bosses are.
I do hope the
Come on,
Minecraft dungeon mobs
The
make their
results
way
of the
to
first vote are
Minecraft
in.
Java at some point.
Mountains.
But especially the mobs from Minecraft Earth. Now that Minecraft Earth is dead, buried, cancelled, gone, with all of its loads of mobs that it had, I hope those come to the vanilla at some point in the future. Such as the different pig variants, all the rabbit variants, all the cool different variants and mechanics that were in that game. Maybe not the tappables, but or the tappable mechanics. Those don't need to be translated into the regular game, but the mobs, I think, should definitely make their way.
Go, 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 go.
What should I do now? Moppy!
10 years ago, I stepped on the Minecon stage for the first time. I still get nervous and excited every single time I'm on this stage, but mostly I feel incredibly honored to be in front of you. I hope what you see and feel from each of us at Mojang Studios is our passion for Minecraft and our gratitude to all of you in our amazing community. Okay, now before I get way too even more sappy than I was, let's head over to Vu and hear more about the adorable mobs that you must pick between.
Y'all better be voting for the copper golem.
Here we go. It's almost time to vote. Before we do, though, let's take a quick look at your choices once more. We have the Glare, a mob that lets players know when they're in an area that's dark enough for monsters. You can bring it with you, and it will fly to dark areas. When it gets grumpy, you'll know that it's dark enough for monsters to spawn.
See,
Then
now that
there's
whole
the
getting
LA.
grumpy
If you
mechanic
give it an
makes
item,
it
will
sound like the
collect
glare
matching ones for you.
might be
It also loves
annoying
music.
to have
So
along
if there's a
if
note
you
block
are
nearby, that's where we'll drop these
building
items
things
for you.
exactly as
And
the mob
finally,
perceives
the
it should be
copper
done.
Golem, a little golem that you yourself can make out of copper. They oxidize over time.
Plus,
and will
you can just
eventually
look at the light
freeze
levels
into
with your
statues. They love spending their
interface.
time randomly pressing copper buttons, which would also be added to the game if the copper golem wins the vote. So those are your choices, and they are all so amazing. How will you choose? Jens
So the
gave us a
glare
lot
just
to
kind of
think about,
fulfills
and now
something you can
need to
already do
decide
in the game.
Which mob you think you'd enjoy the most during
So-
your time playing Minecraft? Any of them would be useful, but choose your favorite and go vote for it now. Yes, that's right. The poll is now open.
All right, poll's
To
open.
cast your vote,
I'm going
make sure
to
you're logged into your Twitter account. Go to
Twitter.com
the Minecraft
vote
Twitter
it.
account and find the freshly
You
launched
better be doing the
poll with
same.
all 3 choices. Don't forget to click on the mob you most want to play Minecraft with. You can do it right now. After the first round of votes, I'll check
There we
back
go.
in with you so we can open the final round.
Greetings. My name is
Golem.
Narrator, and I'm the star of the Minecraft YouTube
I
channel.
hope the ally doesn't win, because I feel like a lot of people who are voting for the ally think
We're
it
here to tell you
duplicates
about all the
items.
excellent
It doesn't.
shows you can watch on our channel. Subscribe tomorrow.
Don't you mean subscribe today?
No. How do you spell Minecraft? What even is Minecraft?
These are just some of the questions you can ask our studio's brightest minds on Ask Mojang.
We've actually received a question for us just now. Do you think making a video game is the easiest thing in the world?
No. Literally no one thinks that.
Well, I did. Until I started watching this informative series that goes behind the blocks of every part of Minecraft Dungeons development.
Do they show the footage of you tearfully begging to be put in the game?
Maybe in Series 3.
Meet a Minecrafter interviews some of the most incredible members of the Minecraft community.
They asked me to appear on it, but I was too busy being young and cool and attractive and not lying.
Okay.
With so much happening in the world of Minecraft, it can be easy to lose track. I myself only recently learned the
I've
blocks
watched a
of
few
the map to
videos
the
of
game.
these
Subscribe to our
two
channel and you'll be the first to
characters.
see our announcements, trailers for new updates, upcoming games, and the
not
exciting
great.
future of Minecraft.
Are you sure that's the right footage? Finally! This is our peerless show.
Sugar
that tells you
modifications are getting pretty
Minecraft's
intense
most
nowadays.
scandalous secrets. Every month, we...
We're out of time. Bye!
No, we're not. We still have a few seconds left.
Have a great Minecraft Live, everyone.
No! Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and only watch my...
Now
Okay,
let's
then.
welcome Laura to talk all about Minecraft Dungeons. Hi, Laura.
Hi.
So you have a pretty cool job at Mojang Studios.
Yeah, I think I have the coolest job. It's sometimes difficult to believe, but I'm the lead designer of Minecraft Dungeons, and that means that I get to decide a lot of small things and details and bring a lot of
I
ideas
want to
the
play
table,
Minecraft
so
Dungeons
hopefully
at some
make
point.
the game a bit better.
That does sound cool. You and the Dungeons team have been
Something
working
I definitely
so
want
hard
to do
recently, and
Oh,
you've
yeah.
recently
on
had
stream.
a couple of really cool
So perhaps while
releases.
I'm still waiting for
yeah, it's been crazy.
Minecraft
we recently released to
1.18
Steam,
to
and I
aka
did something
Case
that
and
they
Cliffs
never
Part 2
recommend you
to
do,
release.
but I did it anyway, and
I
then
can
read the
fill out
reviews.
the Minecraft
and,
content on my
yeah,
channel
dangerous.
Yeah,
by
it
doing
was
Minecraft
that-
Dungeons.
It was so positive. It was so full of excitement and love for the game, and yeah, we were so,
How does
so
that
proud
sound?
to see how much the community loves it. So yeah, we were very happy. And also this week we've released the Spookier Fall update, which brings back a lot of spooky modifiers to the game, gear, a new
Now, it
cape,
won't
a
be
new
this
pet,
month,
and there's
just
my
because
new
I
favorite
can't
armor,
afford to buy
which has a
Minecraft
spoon steering in the
Dungeons.
back.
I love that one.
Yeah,
This month.
it's lovely. I like it so much.
It's a lot of fun to stare at while you're playing, but it might
Something to
distract you a little.
do in November,
Hopefully not
I
too
would
much.
imagine.
So those just came out, but we also
No
have
promises,
some
but
new and exciting things to look
I'm
at.
thinking
Yeah.
that is what
Haven't
his idea will
Yes.
do is.
Let's check it out.
Prefer if they showed a little bit more of the actual gameplay instead of this pre-rendered CGI. Like that. of the Minecraft mobs, Minecraft dungeon mobs that I really want to see in Minecraft Java, I really want to see the redstone golem that you just saw there. That would be a pretty cool mob.
That video is so exciting.
Yeah, I love
I
that.
thought that
trailer
was
so
supposed to
much.
be a
It has
trailer
so many
for
details.
like a seasonal,
there's a lot going on
Halloween
in
kind
that
of
video
thing.
and a lot to talk about.
I
but
didn't
why
really
don't
see
we
much
start
that was
with,
Halloween-y.
Now that DLC is done,
in that.
what are seasonal adventures?
Right, yeah. Now that we are
Or
over
am I
with
just
the
misunderstanding
story of the Orb of Dominance, we sat together with our friends at Double 11 and we started working on seasonal adventures, which are a new way for the player to progress through the game and increase in ranks, gather
Tell me.
points, and hopefully get cool
People who are
rewards at
viewing
the
my
end.
stream.
That sounds
Are you
amazing.
drinking
Yeah. So
anything?
how long
Are
do
you
they
eating
last?
anything? Tell me what
Right.
it is.
Seasonal adventures,
better
although
keep
the name is
yourself
seasonal,
hydrated.
will be infinite technically.
Okay.
So, for instance, say we release seasonal adventure number 2, you will always be able to go back to seasonal adventure number 1, gather some rewards there, go back to number 2, gather some rewards there. So it's a bit up to you what you decide to do with it.
That's amazing. So it just lasts forever. You get the new content and you still have the old content.
All the content.
And speaking of content,
Content.
what are some of these new things that players can unlock?
Right, yeah, we added tons of new rewards that are completely new to the Minecraft universe, some old, some new. We have tons of new pets. We have things like the duck and the fox, and I am so in love with all of them. We have flares, which are new VFX that you can apply to your character. So whenever you drink a potion or you beat an enemy, you get to show off a little bit and get some shininess there. Also, we got in some emotes, which are these little dances or little expressions you can do with your character.
Show off a little.
Yeah, exactly, and have some fun with your friends. Why not, like we see here?
If
having
they
a
don't add the
party.
Fortnite
Also,
dance
we
to
added
that,
tons of new
I'm not
capes,
interested.
because everyone loves capes, and tons of new skins, just in case we were missing.
That's a lot of skins.
Yeah, that's a ton of skins. Yes.
Well, now we have a question from a Minecraft creator.
Right.
Hey, Strawberry17 here, and I have a question. Will there be free content included as a part of seasonal adventures?
The answer is yes. We always try to make sure there's content for everyone, regardless. So for seasonal adventures, there'll always be a free track and a track you can pay for. So there'll be different rewards in each, and you'll be able to get whichever you want at any time. So yeah.
Yes,
we
but the
wanted
real
to cater
question
to
is,
everyone.
what is the
That's great.
split in the content?
So
Is
how
it
do you earn
20% free, 80% paid,
You will be able
or
to get adventure points
50-50?
all throughout the game.
That's a
Meaning that
big
during the regular stuff you do,
thing
you'll
they
get
are
them. Like,
leaving out.
say you beat a daily trial. At the end of the daily trial, you get adventure points. Also, we implemented new weekly challenges. So we'll ask you, like, this week, if you beat 100 zombies, you'll get extra adventure points.
That's a lot of zombies.
Yeah, but people do it so fast. I'm always so impressed. And also, the best way to get adventure points is in the tower.
Okay, the tower, which we have not spoken about yet.
No.
So what is the tower?
The tower is another free single player feature that we've added to camp. So you'll be able to see this gigantic tower in the camp. I love how it turned out. And it is a space with 30 different floors, each floor harder than the one before. And you'll get to fight in arena mobs. You'll get to fight bosses. You'll get to
Reminds me
meet
of
some
some
new tower
old
inhabitants.
MMOs,
And
which
yeah,
I used to
hopefully
play when I was
explore
a
around
kid.
and be able to test your skill.
Like
So
Fiesta Online.
you will start with a completely blank character from the bottom, and you'll be able to find new gear as you progress.
Okay.
So yeah, the floors get more difficult, your character gets stronger, and you can test your skill.
That sounds really fun. So let's take a look at some live gameplay of the tower right now. And for that, we have JP. Hi, JP.
Hello. How do you like my throne?
I think you stole that throne from the Arch Illager.
I think he stole it from me.
Looking
Speaking
so
of
sharp.
my stuff, let's go loot the tower.
Nice.
So what are we seeing here, Laura?
Right, so we prepared some special floors to showcase here. So this is an example of a very early floor in the tower. So if you see JP's tower avatar has very little amount of gear, and yeah, you'll be always have the context that you're high up in the tower,
Looks
right?
so cool.
Yeah. We also wanted to make sure that the tower was this whimsical, magical space. So yeah, we have a boat, we have a river, why not? So you'll be able to find a ton of magical spaces and new characters to meet. So yeah, this level is quite easy, as you can see, since it's very early on.
Yeah, JP's doing really well.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and we can see a sneak peek up there in that balcony. That's our tower keeper.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's a character that will guide you through the tower, and yeah, will guide you around. And ooh.
Wow, JP did really well.
Yeah,
Maybe it was, a
so
little
fast.
too easy.
Yeah.
So each of these levels generates itself, but you can come back for up to 2 weeks and replay the same thing.
Right, yeah, our tower runs will be seeded and they will change every 2 weeks, meaning that for 2 weeks you'll be able to learn what happens in every floor. So say I reach floor 5 and I get defeated at floor 5. So then next time around, I'll remember, I should have chosen a different weapon, and then I bet I could have done it. So yeah, you can share those tips with your friends, and you can learn together how to go through the tower.
Yeah, practice and get better.
Exactly.
All right, let's give JP a real challenge now. We're
Right.
going to go up the tower to a much higher floor.
Right.
You ready, JP?
Let's do it.
Right, so here we've prepared a sample of what a harder floor could look like. So we try to add new exciting combinations of mobs that we've never had before. So JP is right now fighting jungle mobs, but there'll be ice mob together with them, and there'll be some new mobs. Here you can see some tower wraiths that spawn fire in different new combinations. We also will have tower guards, which are extremely bulky guards. We even have a guest in the mix, and JP is getting sniped by it. So we're getting yeah, that's a tower guard right there. So yeah, we're getting tons of new combinations and new ways to experience the game and defeat mobs and find strategies.
The
and
gas looks really difficult.
yes, it is.
JP's not doing so good right now.
No.
Let's see. Oh, JP, that was a valiant attempt.
Yes.
Really,
He
really
sucks.
good.
That was so good.
So, you've talked about so many new things, but
Yeah.
when will people get to see them?
Right. We'll get to see
They've
them.
stuck on this
Hopefully everyone will get to
Minecraft
play in
Dungeons
December.
topic
So
for a while
very,
now.
very soon.
That is very soon. Thank you so much, Laura, for coming by. This is all very exciting.
Thank you for having me.
Let's take one last look at some gameplay from the tower.
Again? Didn't they show this video already? Maybe not.
Once again, our friends at Element Animation have made us something to enjoy and perhaps even sing along to, all while taking us through everything you can do right now from Caves and Cliffs Part 1. Try not to get this one stuck in your head all week. I only say this because it's been stuck in mine.
Oh god.
Hey, you two! Have you discovered all the features in Part 1 of the Caves and Cliffs update? There's brand new colored candles and the lichen makes You'll find some amethyst if you look inside a geode. The buds grow into clusters, then you get shards when they're
When did Minecraft become a musical? What is this? Again, they're just like in the Minecraft the trailer for Caves and Cliffs Part 1. They're using a lot of the goat, even though in reality the goat barely does anything in the game.
You can find axolotls in the water underground. Put them in
I hope this song doesn't get me DMCA'd. Oh dear.
There's so much more. Oh, well, it's been quite the turnout for our first round of mob voting. You have made your decision, and now one mob must go. We have the Glare, the Allay, and the Copper Golem. But you, the community, have spoken, and now one mob
I'm looking at
must
the poll
leave
results
race.
right now.
And that mob is the Glare. So that still leaves two
Only a
amazing
mere
mobs to choose from.
11% of
Which
people
one
voted
do
for the
you
Glare.
want? Will it be the Allay or the Copper Golem? How do you see yourself playing and interacting with them in the future? Which one will make your game life easier or more fun? Or like the Year of the Phantom, way more terrifying? Don't worry about what anyone else wants. This is all about you and how you want to play Minecraft. But make your decision quickly because it's time to vote again. There's a brand new poll just posted to the
Refreshing my
Minecraft Twitter
Twitter,
account with
and
only
I'm voting
these two
again.
mob finalists to choose from. Make sure you're logged onto Twitter and click
So far, the
mob
ally
that you
is
just
winning,
can't wait to spend your days
and
and
I
nights with in the
swear
game.
to the gods,
Your vote really counts.
I hope it doesn't win.
So don't miss out on your chance to change Minecraft. I know who I'm going to vote for, and I think I can see Jens voting right now. Okay, so I know this will come as a surprise to pretty much all of you, but I definitely didn't love everything about school. Maybe that would have been different if I had Minecraft in my classes. Minecraft Education
If the
Edition
Copper
is available
Golem
for schools,
doesn't win,
homeschools, and
the first thing
after-school
I do when I
programs.
get back into
You can
Minecraft
explore
later to
awesome
stream,
education
I'm
content
going to
in
blow up
Minecraft
my house.
Marketplace. Learn about everything from sustainability to ancient worlds, even how to speak new languages, all in Minecraft. The coolest part is seeing how with Minecraft, the students often become the teachers. When I tried becoming the teacher in my 5th grade science class, well, let's just say it wasn't appreciated. But anyway, let's take a look at how Minecraft is being used in classrooms around the world by kids who didn't get in trouble just for telling everyone that homework was canceled forever.
Young people all over the world are using Minecraft to explore issues that matter like social justice, climate change, and indigenous rights.
See, I think this is actually a pretty good usage of
We reached out
Minecraft.
to one of our teachers who learned Braille, and she taught us a thing or two.
Take a look at what these girls built, a school of the future. They thought about clean energy and inclusive design.
An interesting fact about our building is that we used coding to build a playground. It was very fun to make.
Students in India and Malaysia translated ancient myths into Minecraft worlds.
Under the guidance of my educator Kamal ma'am, I would like to present to you an indigenous tale, Chiri and Ka, from Punjab, the land of 5 rivers.
In Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, classrooms are
See,
using
one of my favorite
Minecraft
things
to
that I've
explore
seen on
indigenous
this regard
cultures.
is the
And they're not
library,
just building
the
blocks,
one
they're building super useful
that
skills.
has all
Games
of
like
the
Minecraft prepare you
information
for
about
the
the
future,
world that
teaching us how to work
governments don't want
together,
you to
solve
know.
problems, and even write code.
Normally in school,
Fit
it's like,
MC did a
here's
video
this,
on
do
it.
this,
There's
off you
a
go.
library
But now it's like blank schedule. Minecraft.
meant
yes, please.
to
This
basically
summer,
provide
students imagined
information
a greener New York City in an epic
to
citywide
people
esports battle.
who have
I don't know
access to
about you, but I wish
Minecraft,
I had
but
this in school.
are
I
in a
think I would've been
country
all
with
over
a
this.
government that censors information. So like China,
Kids in
for
Wales
example.
designed more sustainable rugby stadiums. Teams of students built turtle habitats and wind farms. And in Slovakia, young people imagined a bee sanctuary in Minecraft.
During this build, I learned that bees do this thing called swarming.
We can live more sustainably, we can treat one another better, and can we all agree that learning should always be fun? Let's build a better world together.
Game on!
Now it's the big moment. let's talk to Agnes about the next update. Welcome back, Agnes.
Thank you.
How's the show felt for you?
Super good. Like, I think it's a really fun show, and also, of course, we've shown so many exciting things.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm feeling quite nostalgic since this is number 10, and I have to say, I was the 7th employee, the first woman on the team, and when I see you leading Minecraft, I just feel so excited about where we're going.
Thank you. That was very sweet of you. And of course, we many that lead it together. But I'm like the creative lead, and I'm super happy about that. But it feels quite surreal because I also used to be a Minecraft player and love this game, and it's I'm very happy and lucky to be here.
Yes, I think we all feel that way, and it's so cool having so many people on the team who play and love it and care about it, and like we all feel like. I mean, we are part of the community too.
Yes, we definitely are.
And now, Agnes, you are going to reveal to us what the next update is.
Yes.
End update,
okay.
please.
So the
End
next
update.
update is called the Wild Update.
The Wild Update sounds very, very intriguing. So
vague.
what does it encompass?
So the word wild mainly means like two things for us. So the first thing is like beautiful nature, and the second thing is like really scary challenges and adventures.
Oh, that sounds awesome. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have some of our gameplay designers come and tell us more about specific things about the Wild Update, because there's these different parts to it. And we have the first one here, which is our Deep Dark expert, Brandon.
Hello.
Hi, Brandon. Welcome.
All right.
So we've moved the Deep Dark into this update. Can you talk to us more about why?
Okay.
Yes, I mean, one of the biggest things about the Deep Dark and the Warden and the Skulk is that it's just expanded. It's gotten bigger, and we really wanted to make sure that we did this right and that we didn't just rush it. That includes even unique loot inside the Deep Dark as well. And yeah. We also want to make sure that...
unfortunate they've pushed back when the Deep Dark has come to the game.
Let's actually look at some of the new things that we have in it right now, which is
I'm glad
the ancient
they are
cities.
for the reasons they are.
That's awesome. I can't wait. Oh, wow.
Ooh. Deep Dark cities. Ooh. Spooky. I wonder if these sound effects are part of the biome, or this is just for the video. I hope these are actual sounds in the game. That's Soulfire over there?
Wow. It's like both beautiful and terrifying at the same time. Like I have so
Very
many
cool.
emotions when I look at that Deep Dark biome.
Yes, I mean, we really didn't want the Deep Dark biome to just be, caves or just skulks spread around. We wanted to add a bit more mystery to it. And, there's this ancient city, and what is it doing there? We're not going to tell the players. We're just going to let them go throughout and explore and see what they come to. And there's even this, ancient structure in the middle of every single city, and it's got something interesting about it that you're going to have to explore in game.
It's really cool. I like it feels like a place you want to explore.
Yes, I love that it really deepens the mystery of Minecraft. Like Minecraft is all about player stories, and Deep Dark definitely inspires the storytelling, I think.
That's so cool. And so last year
With a whole
you showed us
city
the Skulk sensor,
of
but I
the
know you've
Deep
been working
Dark.
on
I hope
a little
there's
Skulk family. It's a Skulk
more than one
family.
warden
Yeah, maybe
patrolling
they're
the
not so
area.
cute.
That
So
will make
friendly,
things truly
Yeah, last
spooky.
year we focused a lot on the skulk sensor, but since then we've kind of been trying to figure out what do all the different blocks in this skulk family do. And one of them actually is something called a skulk catalyst. And the main thing about the skulk catalyst is it's actually what causes the skulk to spread. As you can see here, whenever a mob dies, such as a zombie, near the skulk catalyst, it actually spreads skulk underneath it. And the amount is based on how much XP that zombie would have dropped.
Wow. So, you know, the deep dark, it's kind of overgrown with all these sculpt blocks. So that means that lots of mobs must have died there.
Quite a lot, yes.
Make it less scary. Oh, and as you can see here, when you mine some of the sculpt blocks, you actually get enchanting points.
Yes, and of course, if you still want to get some of the blocks for decoration or something, you can just use a silk touch.
And then we have the Skulk Shrieker. So when this block is activated, it's gonna give that really scary shriek sound that you heard now. And it also gives this darkness effect, so it's like pulsating darkness.
You even see now when
Very
you're
spooky.
sneaking and you step on a skulk sensor, even sneaking it will activate.
Wow, okay, definitely not a friendly family.
No.
And I will say to our younger viewers, in a minute we're going to show you a clip that's a little scarier, but I mean, Brandon, those have so many things that players can do with them. Like,
Yep.
what do you imagine them doing?
I think the Skull Catalyst is going to be really interesting because, you know, when you could create a mob farm with it, like through the tech community. Usually when a mob dies, it doesn't drop XP unless you, the player, actually kills it. So with this, you might be able to create some sort of XP farm.
Ooh.
There's lots of opportunities.
Cool. And you can build like experiences for other players. Like imagine building like a haunted mansion or a really dark forest, and then you have the
Good
shriekers.
farming opportunities with that.
So then, you know, when players out walking and then they activate the shriek and hear like,
That's amazing. Or you do that all around your world.
Can't wait
and
to
just
play
whenever
pranks on
anyone's
other
visiting,
players with the shrieker.
Shriekers are just shrieking. We have a community question for you.
Hi, it's Dreamtime from Germany, and my question is, what was the inspiration behind the Shrieker?
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting question. From the art side, we actually had the inspiration behind the human larynx, which is like the vocal cord or vocal structure or something, just something that represents kind of creating sounds. And from the gameplay perspective, we wanted to make sure that, first of all, the warden spawns in a unique way, and also in a way that you can avoid it. So usually you can kind of sneak around, and as long as you don't activate the Skulk Shriekers, then the warden won't come. But if you do make too many noises and the Skulk Shrieker activates too many times, the warden will come.
Very spooky.
I'm kind kind of back to thinking that the Skulk family is very adorable and sweet.
Very
After
sweet.
seeing
Can't
that,
wait for it to come to the game.
wow, there is a lot there, Brandon.
Definitely a lot to unpack. I mean, the first thing is that the warden actually
Reminds me a bit of
emerges
Alien
underground.
Isolation.
So that means you know that wardens are kind of in the deep dark, in the walls, under the floor. And it also has developed a sense of smell. So of course you can sneak around and try to be, quiet and not to get detected. But unfortunately, the warden's still going to be able to sniff you out and find where you are. And if it sniffs you while you're really close by, then it's going to start noticing you.
Wait, so basically the warden is like, smell that? It's happening. And just like going for the
Pretty
players?
much, yes. It's not going to be fun for you.
Smell your
And I
fear.
love that we're having that like sneaking gameplay, because we haven't really had that before. So we are in the deep dark, everything's super dark, and you're sneaking, trying to find the treasures, trying to avoid the warden. I think it's something really exciting with that.
It's really, really cool. I mean, I think you have definitely upped the terrifying level, Brandon. And I just love how much you've expanded the deep dark to feel it's so immersive.
Yes, definitely.
It's really amazing. Thank you so much for joining us and scaring us half to death.
No worries, that's my job.
He's our expert. Like if you want to do something scary, it's like Brandon.
Thanks, Brandon.
Thank you so much, Brandon.
So Agnes, the deep dark is one part, this sort of very adventurous side of the wild update, which the name is starting to really become clear after talking to Brandon. And then the other part you said is really this more of that beauty and, the atmosphere of Minecraft.
Yes, so we want to like celebrate the wilderness of Minecraft. And one thing we want to focus on is immersion. So when you play Minecraft, we really want you to feel that you're inside the Minecraft world. Actually, like we are now. So beautiful. And we also want to focus or have focused on biome diversity. So we want to find like a unique identity for different biomes. For example, the birch forest, as you can see in this beautiful
mushrooms
concept art.
on the tree?
So in the birch forest, we want it to be like light and peaceful, and the sun reaches
I've
the
been
ground,
wanting
the
to
trees
see
are taller,
mushrooms
flowers,
which
things like that.
grow on the side of
Really
trees and
beautiful.
walls
It looks
for a
very
long time.
Swedish in the birch forest.
That's true. That's actually a very Swedish forest. Yeah.
I hope they glow in the
gorgeous.
dark.
And then you want to add more atmosphere to the different biomes, but there's one biome that
Get
you
some
want.
Fern
I mean, I would
Gully
say you're giving it
vibes.
quite an overhaul. It's getting a lot more in the wild update.
Yes, that's true. And that's the swamp. Oh, our art team is just so amazing. It's such a beautiful concept art. And as you can see here, the atmosphere is really different from the birch forest as well.
It really is. It's amazing. So we have
Yes, the
another
swamp
one of
needs
our
an update.
gameplay
The
designers
swamp's been a
here
bit
and our swamp
dead
expert,
the past
Corey.
few
Welcome,
patches.
Corey.
Hi, Corey.
Hey, it's absolutely wild to be here.
Oh no, Corey. The puns are so quick to start.
It's Corey after all.
Yeah.
Last I
it's
checked,
very
there are no
obvious.
peaceful mobs which
So you're going
spawn
to tell
in the
us
swamp
about all
anymore.
of the there's a lot of exciting things coming to the swamp. So what are we getting?
Yes, there are a lot of awesome things coming. The first of which is the boat with the chest in it.
Ah, finally. As to how the Minecraft boat with chest, if it's possible for it to interact with redstone like hoppers
so
and
useful.
such.
And relaxing.
Yes, and especially now, in Caves and Cliffs Part 2, we have even wider rivers, so it's easier to travel on water, so it's going to be like extra useful.
Yeah, and like in the aquifers as well.
Yes, so like when you go rafting in the caves, you can like put your diamonds in the chest in your boat. Oh,
It's
that's
really
nice.
amazing. And you've been working on what I think now will be my favorite tree in Minecraft.
Yes, we are adding the mangrove tree to Minecraft. So as you can see here, this is a propagule, and propagules grow from mangrove trees. They're actually like ready to grow mini mangroves growing from the mangrove. And you can see here, the mangrove tree grows propped up on root blocks. It has vines hanging down from the leaves. The propagules are actually growing underneath the leaves. They actually grow from the leaves themselves. And I really like how the propagules are looking here. And okay, I'm just gonna nerd out on propagules for a
please
minute.
do.
Okay, so in real life, the propagules grow, like I said, from the mangrove tree. And then when they fall into the water or like let's say they fall into water, they could float for up to a year before they plant themselves in the like water underneath the water or on land, wherever they happen to land. And mangrove trees themselves are actually amazing for like local ecosystems, fighting climate change, for local communities. They're just super trees, and I'm really, really excited that we're adding them to Minecraft.
That's awesome. And this is the first sapling that you can plant underwater.
Yeah, you can plant it underwater and on land as well.
Yes. I wonder how deep
when
you can
first
plant
showed me
it
the
for
mangroves and you talked about
for
your
it to
favorite
grow.
thing, the propagules. I actually remember playing in mangroves in Florida, and we would use them to like write in the sand because they're super cool.
That's adorable.
So seeing them in Minecraft,
I've never seen a
is
mangrove myself.
So exciting. And of course, where there's a new
I live
tree, there must
far
be a
away
new
from
wood type.
mangroves.
Yes, the mangroves
No
do
noise.
come with a new wood type.
Grow.
And like always when we
Ireland.
add a new tree, we are so happy. Like we get so many questions from the community, like, will there be a new wood type?
Ooh,
and
a new wood type.
therefore we're so
It's
happy that we
similar
were
to
able
jungle
to add
wood.
a new wood type for the mangroves.
Maybe
And
slightly
look
less
at it, I think
intense.
it's really pretty. And
Pretty
you also
nice.
don't see like all the blocks here. It's gonna be like a full set for the wood types. It's gonna be like doors and trapdoors and so on.
That's gorgeous. I love it.
I'm so excited about mangroves, but I just need to mention another thing, because
Very cool.
we decided
Very
to
nice.
go with like really big roots.
Oh, I
and
hope
think
that they
is so
add
cool, and
actual
we actually prototyped
mobs
quite a lot
to
back
the
and
swamp.
forth, and it was a bit tricky to
The
decide how
swamp,
the roots
like I
should
said
look like, as you
earlier,
see
is
in
a
this
bit
picture here. But now I'm so
devoid
happy
of
that we
life
went with the like
when
multi-block
it comes to
roots.
animals.
For example, when you like go with a boat,
Fish don't
and then
spawn
you can
there.
go under the mangroves, and I think that adds such a nice
Nothing
feeling
spawns
to
there
it.
except
Yeah,
slimes
like
at
in
night
this picture,
and other hostile
it's really
mobs.
nice atmosphere.
That's beautiful.
I really agree. And like when I was testing, I really loved that feeling of like being underneath it, being like this huge feeling. And I wanted more. I wanted to be surrounded by mangroves. So I was like, why don't I just make a mangrove swamp biome where I'm completely surrounded by them? So as you can see in this video, walking around, you're just completely surrounded in the mangrove swamp. It's just mangroves as far as the eye
Very
can see, just
interesting.
like in real life. And you have all the mangroves propped up on their roots, growing
that
in the water,
mycelium?
so you can take your boat underneath like Agnes likes, and you're just completely surrounded by the awesome beauty of it.
That mycelium or a new block?
Oh, and I mean during sunset, every time I was testing, I would actually like pause the day-night cycle just to watch the sunset in the mangrove swamp. It was super beautiful.
That's absolutely gorgeous. I noticed that that was not dirt.
Good eye, Lydia. That was
Yes.
wet dirt, otherwise known as
Wet dirt.
mud.
Mud.
That's amazing. So
Mud has
you've
been added to
actually
the game.
added mud to do something really cool.
Yeah, so we're
I wonder if
adding
this
really
means
cool
they're adding the
reusability
mud,
mechanics to mud.
the
The
muddy
first of which
pig.
is if
Muddy
you take
pig.
a dirt block
Are
and
they
put a
adding
water
the muddy
bottle on it,
pig?
then you can get more mud. And then the other one is if you take your mud block and you stick it on top of the dripstone, it will sort of like drip the water out of the mud and eventually dry it out, which turns into clay.
I love the renewable clay. Like
Ooh.
I always need more bricks. So perfect.
Yeah, your
That
local
means
mason
clay
is
is now a
really super happy
renewable
with you.
resource.
That's actually true. I have this one
Clay is now
mason,
renewable.
it's diamond tier mason in my village, and I always trade with them.
Excellent.
Taking a villager's job.
They might be a bit upset now, but still renewable clay.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. And you're also using mud to make a new block.
Yes, we're also adding
Very
mud bricks.
nice.
So mud bricks are really, really exciting, like building
Mud
block.
bricks.
And as you can see here, the brick texture is actually different than the other stone bricks that we have in the game. So they're sort of smaller, more compact, but it is really cool, like to build with. It matches a lot of different block sets, and I'm really excited. to
Very
build with them.
nice. Does it have other
I just
forms like
love
stairs
the
and
look of them.
slabs,
They're
though?
awesome. So beautiful. We have a creator question for the two of you.
Uh-huh.
どうもこんにちはプチプチです。私からの質問はねこちらになります。どうして泥レンガを追加することにしたのでしょうか。
I'm so excited they asked this question because I really wanted to answer it. So the main reason that I wanted to add mud bricks to the game is that I really wanted people to feel like they're okay. All around the world, there are houses built out of mud bricks. So many people around the world have houses, buildings using mud bricks. And I really wanted people who are playing Minecraft to feel like they could build their home and feel like they're at home in Minecraft. So I'm really glad we got to add them for that.
I
reason.
wonder what happens
Yes, I mean, it's so important
you
for us
cook
that like
a mud
everyone
brick.
feels equally welcome.
Does
when
it turn
playing
into
Minecraft.
regular bricks
Oh, that
or
is-
something else?
That is absolutely amazing. Now, so we have like amazing new trees. We have mud everywhere.
'Cause when you cook clay, you get
we
regular
definitely
bricks
need
in the
something
game.
very
So
cute.
if you cook
Yes. Well, very
mud
cute
bricks,
and
if that
quite
does something.
derpy because we're adding frogs.
Frogs! Oh my god, they look amazing. You know what they look like? They look like the, they look like Hypnotoad. Hypnotoad. They look like Hypnotoads.
They are cute and derpy. That's the perfect description of them. The croaking is amazing.
And did you see the one
Croaking?
that jumped like
What
backwards?
croaking?
One
Did
fell in
they
the
forget
water.
to turn on the audio for that video?
And they do love to jump around, and especially on lily pads, and actually also on big drip leaves, because I mean the big drip leaves kind of look like lily pads. But the funny thing with that is then when they jump on top of the big drip leaves, it's gonna tilt and then they fall down.
One of them did. It just maybe it's a like,
Kind of wish
frog
they made
slide.
it so that
No.
the drip leaves wouldn't drip
And
when
you're
it's a
adding
toad
another
on it.
little tiny creature to
Itty
this
bitty.
update.
Create a sort of a
Yes,
special
the
interaction with
fireflies.
them. On that.
So you can see them roaming around, adding a lot of ambience to the swamp, making it feel
Very
just nice and
nice.
cozy at night. But really, my favorite part of them is just making the
More of
world come to life, like feeling like
Oracle
there's life
effect
going
rather
on all
than a
around
mob,
you. And
I
oh
think.
yeah, also their frog food. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Their frog food.
Poor fireflies. Yes.
Yeah, but look how happy that frog is.
Yeah, and
That's
they're
true.
beautiful frog food. So you
Mm.
can both enjoy them in the atmosphere and the frogs get to eat. So that's, you know.
Everybody wins.
Now, we're calling them fireflies, but Corey, is that what you called them growing up?
Actually, no, we called them lightning bugs.
I did too. And in Swedish,
It's eldflugor, and that's actually literally translates to fireflies.
okay. It's very interesting. It became like a lot of people talking about what.
At
we
least here
called
in
it
the
growing
region
up,
where I
but
live
we're
in the
really excited
world,
to have
they're called fireflies.
or lightning bugs in the game. I want to know more about baby frogs.
Yes, so you know all
Ooh,
baby
yes.
mobs in Minecraft are just like tiny versions of the grown-ups, but with frogs we're actually adding tadpoles.
Very good. It's nice that they're making a realistic spawning,
Once again, you deliver on the promise
Method.
of cute and derpy with the tadpoles.
We do.
Yes.
unlike the
And you can
bees
pick them up
where
in a
they
bucket.
you
Yes,
can
and that's
just
actually extra
breed
helpful
any
for
two
the
bees together
tadpoles,
instead of there being a
because
queen bee.
we have frog
They're actually
variants,
giving them
and
a
when a tadpole grows
actual
up, it will
tadpole
pick a variant
versions.
depending on the temperature in the biome it grows up in. So for example, if it grows up in a really cold place, it's going to turn into a snowy frog. Yeah, as you can see here. So the frogs have kind of like two main systems. One is the tadpole system, and the other one is the cold-blooded system. So the frogs are like the first cold-blooded animal in Minecraft. And in real life, there actually are frog variants that pick a color depending on, like, or they adapt their color depending on temperature. And we wanted to have that in Minecraft.
Do
We
they
wanted
freeze,
to
though?
like, Minecraftify it.
There are frogs
so
that
therefore the tadpole's
freeze
going to pick a variant instead,
and
depending
then can
on
thaw
the
themselves
temperature.
out.
That's so cool. And
Wait,
there are
once
three
the
variants.
winter is
Very
over.
free
Okay,
variants.
so we've seen two. What's the third one?
The third one is the tropical frog. So let's say you were venturing out into the desert or the jungle, and you take your tadpole with you, and if it grows up there, it'll turn into a lovely tropical frog. And what I really love about the tropical frogs is how just relaxed they look, and they're like blending into the sand almost. They're just so relaxed, just chilling there.
I hope if it's in the jungle, it gets like
And I
wild
think
colors
there was
to
a
it.
reason that they were
Yes,
colored that way.
there is a reason they are white. So, like, I was reading a lot about frogs. Always when we had something new, we read up a lot. It's super fun because
Like
we can read
red
it.
and yellow.
And then I learned about the real-life frog
Instead of
that's
just
called
that
grey
sand
foamless
color.
tree frog and lives, for example, in Angola, Botswana, and Kenya. And that frog can actually turn almost white to avoid overheating. So that's like the inspiration for the tropical frog in Minecraft.
I love all three of them. And you didn't, so you have these different color variations, but you also have something else special about the frogs.
Yes, so each frog
Another
variant can have
feature.
something unique that will be useful for the players. But we actually don't even know what that is yet because we are working on the frogs right now.
Okay.
That is so cool. So Corey, which
Yeah,
frog is
some-
your favorite?
Oh, it's got to be the
They
soy
obviously have
frog.
to
It
add
looks
some
so
feature
cozy.
that makes
Ooh, I'm
frog
tropical
farming
frog. I'm very interested
useful
to see
mechanic
which one
in the
the
game.
community loves the
We're
most.
still
Or
working
I
on
love
that,
them all.
I
of them.
guess.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for joining us, Corey, and
Perhaps it's a
taking us into a
food
deep
source,
dive of
eat
all
frog legs.
really cool swamp things.
Yeah, happy to
Thank-
be here.
Thank you, Corey.
Thank
Of
you,
course.
Corey.
I'm just gonna hop on out of here.
It's gonna
Bye,
be so many puns. I like that.
I mean, surely they're going to make
This
frog
is quite an
food
awesome
a
update, and
food
I mean, I
source.
really see the name for
Surely.
the wild update. You get a bit of everything in it.
Yes, and I love the contrast. Yeah, as you can see in this pretty concept art, it's really like that beautiful nature and the super terrifying deep dark, and I love that contrast between these two things.
It's absolutely amazing. Well, we're getting close to the end of the show, and as always, the time has flown by, and a lot
Wait,
has happened
already?
during this show. So let's look back at some of the biggest announcements, and then we will reveal the winning mob.
I already looked at the poll. The ally won. Bloody hell. Why the hell would people vote for the ally? Are people thinking it duplicates mobs? Or duplicates items? Because that's literally the only reason that I can think people are misinterpreting what the ally does. It doesn't do anything that you can't already do with the regular farms. And using it as a farming mob is not going to be that practical from what we've seen so far.
Now it's time to see what mob you chose to add to the game. Hey Jens, do you have the results?
Yes, I have them right here in my chest.
Wow!
Really exciting.
You really came in style.
Here you go.
Thank you so much. That looked really comfortable. Okay, but now it's time to announce the winner. Okay, and the winner is the LA.
Wow!
It's a lovely, lovely mob.
That is so exciting. So Agnes,
Dumb
when
choice.
can everyone expect the LA?
So the LA will be included in the Wild update, and it's gonna be released next year.
Next year, the Wild update with the LA. I can't wait. Thank you all so much for joining us. Minecraft wouldn't be what it is today without all of you from all of us at Mojang Studios. Thank you so much. Bye.
Yeah, and they added mud and no muddy pig. Bloody hell, you were correct, Min. Maybe they will. Maybe they're waiting for an update where they bring in all the Minecraft Earth mobs. I hope they do that as an update to the game. Could be they're just laying the groundwork for it. Ugh. Bloody hell. The mangrove trees are really cool, though.